Hey you guys, it's Lacey. So I'm bringing you another house building video today. This house is called Countryside Luxury, not to be confused with a previous build of mine that is called Luxury. I actually didn't realize I made them so close in name, so I apologize for that. I completely forgot that I had named it was actually one of my more recent videos. Well, by recent, I mean like almost a year ago. So, yeah, that's hard, it's kind of easy to forget sometimes. But this house is much bigger than the other one. It's, I would say, almost a mansion, like a mini mansion maybe. But I really love it. It's awesome, and if I sound really tired, that's because I am. I'm sorry. I'm very tired today. I didn't get much sleep last night, and I knew that I needed to record the commentary for this video today because it's my last day off from work. So I was like, oh, I need to do this. I need to do this so you guys can get a new video. I have really been trying to create more house building videos for you guys because I know that you've been patiently waiting for me to come back and make a renewal. I can't promise that it'll be as much, as many videos as I would like for it to be, but regardless, I'm going to keep trying, and I'm going to keep trying to bring videos as much as I can. And right now is the perfect time because my stepson, who is 17, just had surgery on Friday. Today is Monday. He had knee surgery on his ACL and meniscus. He tore his ACL and meniscus for the twice time. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. For the second time in a year. Actually, last year he tore his ACL and meniscus playing football, and it was 1 year to the day that he tore it again, which was crazy. Like, it was absolutely crazy. It was 1 year to the day, and he came home from school and he was like, yeah, I was playing kickball in PE and I heard a pop, and yeah. So he definitely tore it again, and he had surgery for it on Friday. The surgery went really well. Me and my husband had some time off from work to help take care of him, and tomorrow's actually my last day off from work. Or no, today is my last day off from work. I have to go back to work tomorrow. But he's doing really good. He's in a lot of pain, obviously, but he's doing really good, and he's handling it very well, surprisingly. He's handling it a little better than he did last time, surprisingly, even though this time the surgery was much more complicated, because last time it was laparoscopic surgery, and this time they actually had to cut his whole knee open to properly repair it. So it was a bit more difficult of a surgery, but we got it taken care of, and hopefully he won't have any more problems after all of his therapy and all of his rehab. So everything's looking good on that front. So I figured, well, since I have some free time, I don't have much else to do while, he's, basically sleeping all day, to be honest. So I was like, all right. And I'll make an awesome video for you guys. And I actually really love this house. It's amazing. It's very big. It took me so long to do this house. I would say it took a good 8 hours. Yeah, it definitely, I think it took 7 hours and 50 minutes of total recording time to build this house. So if that tells you anything, it took me a long time. I put a lot of details into it. The interior took forever to furnish, and I think I'm pretty sure I only left one room like I usually do. One room unfurnished for you guys to furnish. I'm pretty sure I only left one room. Let's hope I only left one room. But it did take me a while to figure out what what wallpaper, what color schemes I wanted to use on the outside of this build. I knew I wanted it to look like a country style mansion, which I believe I ended up doing in the end. I hope that you guys like it. It's, the exterior is a little bit basic. It looks pretty much the same from the outside. I only used like 3 different wallpapers. I used this siding / brick, brick on the bottom and siding on the top for like 90% of the build, and then I used that Tudor style stone for the entrance, and I believe I used some brick on a few places where there was a fireplace intended to be, or something like that. And actually, you know what, I actually did forget to do something. Add in the actual fireplaces on the roof. I don't believe I did that, but it's not a big deal. It doesn't really make that big of a difference. But I really love how many details I put into this house. Like, I seriously put a ton of details, a ton of like little accents all over the exterior of the house. A little bit more gardening that I did than, I can't talk today, I swear. A little bit more gardening than I did in the last build, so that should be good. And I also used that window right there to make it look sort of like a curved window that goes all the way up to the roof, which I thought was pretty cool, even though it's kind of, it doesn't really work for the interior, but using curtains in the right way sort of hides that pretty well. So but yeah, I did a ton of work on this house. I swear, on Friday I had to stay home while Caden was in surgery because I had the little kids to take care of to get to school, I have one 4-year-old that's not in school yet, and she was home with me, and then Caden's mom, because I'm only a stepmom, his mom has her granddaughter that lives with her, so I take her to school and pick her up every morning, and then my 2 other kids who go to school every morning. So I had to stay home to take care of all the kids, make sure they got to school, home from school, all that. So on Friday, while all the other kids except the little one, Ava, was with me, they were all in school. I only had Ava, so I was like, you know what? I think I have some time to build a house, so I think I'm going to do that. So I spent a lot of the day on Friday while the kids were in school building this house. I believe I got most of the house done that day. Like, I started almost immediately after I took the kids to school. I came home, I was like, you know what? I'm going to build a house. So I think it took me, I think I started at like maybe 8 or 8:30 a.m. and then stopped at, with a couple breaks, a lunch break and all that for Ava, and I don't know, maybe like 2 or so. So that in itself was, I don't even know how many hours, like 6 hours, something like that. So then I went back on Saturday and finished it, which took me a couple more hours to finish the interior, I think I had everything but the upstairs furnished at that point. But yeah, this is a huge house, you guys, and it's got a lot of details, even on the inside of the house. I did a huge balcony overlooking the main living area and the entrance to the house, which is a little bit more difficult, being that the roofing is so intricate in this house that it's kind of hard to do that at certain points. Otherwise, the roofing will show through when you want to do balconies on the interior of the house. So you have to be kind of careful on how you do that. Like, on the back of the house where the main living area is, where I wanted to do a two-story living room with the balcony looking out onto the living room. And of course, there's somebody mowing outside right now as I'm recording my video. That's just lovely. So yeah. Oh, now I forgot what I was saying. Oh, about the balcony. So on the back of the house, I tried to do as little roofing on the second floor area as I could to prevent any roofing showing through. But that balcony I did on that balcony on the second floor balcony in the back of the house. I cannot talk today, I swear. Did show through a tiny bit in the living room, but you can't really tell, to be honest, like on the interior of the living room area. It doesn't really make a huge difference. It doesn't look bad at all. I had enough windows and enough window treatments to kind of cover that up and make it look really good. So there's no worries there. There's so many windows in this house. So many, and every single one of them I did a little accent with it. I did, vines or plants or something. I wanted it to look very planty and very, country. I wanted it to look like it was in the middle of the country, maybe surrounded by trees. Maybe there's, I don't know. I just wanted it to look really good and really country, but these people are country, yeah, but they have a modern twist. Like, I look at it as sort of like especially with the interior, sort of like a transitional style, like a mix between traditional and modern. Like, that's kind of my taste, is transitional. So, and I actually really do love the exterior of this house. Like, I would definitely live in this house. It's very beautiful. I would definitely live here. And I did add in a pool. I was not originally planning on adding in a pool, but I did decide to go ahead and add one in. It's just a small pool, but it's off of like that, how there's like that screened in porch on the second floor. And then there's like sort of an area down below. I put that, and then like right outside of that is where I put the pool. You guys will see shortly, so it's not a big deal. But I'm already into the gardening. I did want to do some vines around like this area. I decided against that, and I decided just to put in these little planter boxes, which I do believe I put in some of them vines over on the left side of the house. Yeah, right there. Yep, right there. I did decide to put some vines, but not too many, but I did really love these planter boxes, so I did put a lot of those just randomly throughout the build. So I think that looks really good and really cute. Oh, and one more thing that is new in my life is we actually got another dog. Most of you that have been fans for a while know that I have 2 German Shepherds. Nika and Bosco. They're amazing. I love German Shepherds. They're my favorite breed of dog. I have 2 of them. Well, we just got a 3rd German Shepherd, a female, and she is a long coat German Shepherd. She is just gorgeous, and she's 4 months old, and she's just the cutest little thing you've ever seen. She's got like these fuzzy little ears, and she's so cute. And her name is Lacey. Obviously, you guys know where I got that name from. Game of Thrones is one of my favorite shows ever. So I named her Lacey, and it's very fitting, and she's looking at me right now as I'm saying her name. She's so cute. I love her to death. But yeah, so now we have 3 German Shepherds, and yeah, she's doing really good. She's fitting in with the bunch pretty good. So now it's like I have 6 children. 3 children and 3 dogs. Oh wait, no, that's wrong. 7, because you got to add my husband too, because husbands are kind of like kids too. So, but anyway, yeah. So now I'm going around doing the exterior lights, which of course, for some reason, I have a tendency to always forget to do the exterior lights on a build. Like, you want to see the house from night, so I always forget to do that. But I did not forget to do it this time. And I wanted to add in a big, huge like light in the entrance area here. I didn't do like super huge, but I thought that those 3 hanging lights that came with one of the new stuff packs. I don't know what stuff pack it came with because like literally I just download a stuff pack and then I haven't been able to play it, and then I download another one and I still haven't been able to play it. So it came from one of the new packs. I don't know. But it's those ones, the 3 hanging lights. I think it looks really pretty, and I did it in 2 areas, one at the entrance and one in the main living area. Of course, I upsized them to make them bigger and to make them hang down a little bit further. But yeah, so I'm actually beginning on the interior work now, which does take me a while. It takes me a while to figure out what color schemes I want. I sort of did like, again, with the transitional, a lot of, I would call them neutral colors, but they're not really. I mean, what's that, like a teal, like a greenish bluish color? But I think that color looks very modern, but that's just my opinion. I don't see that. But the country, ugh, come on, Lacey. The dining room is very with, you know, the wainscoting on the bottom there is, I believe that's more of a country feel to it. And one thing that I really wish we could get in The Sims 4 is more curtains, more like practical curtains, and more curtains to actually use for like 2-story. Like what I'm trying to figure out now is like, okay, I've got these two windows that are on 2 different stories, but they're meant to look like one huge set of windows. And I really wish that they had curtains to kind of accommodate for that. And I also wish that they had more curtains that are more like flowy and like I personally like shears, like sheer curtains. Like I wish they had more of those that are like really flowy and like see-through with like different colors. And because that's what I like in my house. I have shears. I have shears and, you know, regular curtains to go over that, but like the shears come, like, you know, you can see through them. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about now. I'm not making any sense. But yeah, I just wish, and with the blinds, like, come on, blinds don't stick out that far from the window. Like, seriously. Like, in The Sims 4, the blinds stick out like 6 inches from the window. And it's like, no, blinds are like right up against the window. They're not, like, you can barely even tell. Like, they're right up there. They don't stick out that far, you know? Like, come on. We need new blinds. We need better blinds. Like, in seriousness. I'm just ranting now because I don't know what to say. So I apologize for that. I really love the living room in this house. There's a lot of detail. I did a lot of built-in sort of like units that look sort of built-in, like around the fireplace there. That's supposed, you know, that is meant to look like a built-in unit. And if I could talk today, you know, you guys would get that a lot quicker, but I'm so tired that I can't even concentrate correctly right now. So anyways, I'm going into work on the kitchen now, which I believe I use a white sort of theme in here because I think white is very transitional, like, you know, white countertop, or not countertops, white counters, no, cabinets, white cabinets, you know, with whatever color countertops, you know, with a lot of like whites and blacks and grays. Like, I see that as very transitional, and I really liked that for this build because, again, the outside is very country, but the interior I wanted to look very transitional. So I used a lot of whites, but I used this white one, these white cabinets and white counters, because I feel like they are not overly modern, but they're very kind of basic looking. So that's why I chose these ones, and I think it really suits the place. So let me know what you think about my choice in the kitchen, if I should have used different cabinets or whatever, you know. And I did try to use some more of the new items that came with, you know, some of the new stuff packs and expansion packs. You know, because there's been a couple come out since, you know, I've played last. Well, obviously I built one last week, but, you know, before that it had been several months before I'd even had time to build another house, so I really tried to do what I could, you know. So yeah, that's the kitchen area. It's pretty much done now, pretty basic. I tried to leave a lot of counter space because I have had some of my fans comment that I kind of put too much in sometimes. So yeah, this is the master bedroom. I thought I'd do something a little bit different in here. I thought I would just make it look very like, you know, what I'm doing here, adding columns with a thing, and, you know, just making this whole area like a centerpiece for the room. Like, obviously that's where the bed goes, you know. And I did want to add a fireplace in here, you know, of course. Master bedroom, luxure. It's like the Luxor in Vegas. Luxury. I wanted it to be very luxurious and very, like, awesome. And I tried to do a sort of like a different headpiece for this bed like I did in my last build, but I couldn't find anything that I liked or that suited this space, so oh, what happened there? Oh, yeah, that's where one of my videos went bad again. For some reason, when I stop and then I start recording again, every once in a great while, one of the videos will show up as an error. It did it on my last build too, where 2 of them went bad. Like, 2 of my videos were bad. I don't know why that happens. Like, seriously. If anybody out there can tell me why that happens, why 90% of the time the video is great and it works fine, and then the other 1% of the time it's like, oh, no, we don't like this video for no apparent reason, so we're just gonna say no. You know, I don't get it. I really don't get it. So the rest of the bedroom, apparently you don't get to see, so I apologize for that, but you will see it in the screenshots. It's very luxurious. It has 2 separate little tiny sitting areas, a TV. You know, it's very luxurious. It looks very nice. And the color scheme is pretty good, I think. So what you were seeing over there, when I was talking about that, was the master bathroom. Its own little awesome shower area. I thought that was awesome. This is just like a little, you know, hallway area with a lot of extra space in it, so I figured I would go ahead and put in like an office area in here, and it's right outside of the kids' rooms, so I figured that would be a good place for the kids to kind of have a shared space for like their, you know, schoolwork and stuff. Like if they needed to do research for school, they could use that computer or whatever, because the bedrooms aren't huge. So I decided to go ahead and not put in, you know, their own separate desks in their rooms. So there is a boys' room, and a girls' room. And again, I really apologize for the fact that I can't talk today. Very tired. My brain is like jelly right now. Jelly brain. Anyway. So this is the girls' room that I am working on right here. I try a couple cute little things to make it look nice and girly. I believe the color scheme in here is pink and purple. Of course, that's kind of my go-to for, you know, little girls' rooms, because 9 times out of 10, little girls really love pink or purple. I know mine do. Well, my 9-year-old actually loves green, so I shouldn't say that, but my little one loves purple. So now I'm going into the boys' room, which I believe I do a blue and green color scheme in here, or maybe I just change it all to blue. I thought I did blue and green, but I guess I changed it. Voice crack. Yeah, I do change it all to blue. So this is the boys' room. Again, a small child's room. So this house would be perfect for a family. Actually, this house would be perfect for a huge family because there's more bedrooms upstairs, and there actually is a whole guest house like above the garage, like the whole garage area, like right off to the side of it. There is a bedroom for the guest house, and then upstairs there's a whole extra living area, like a living area, a tiny kitchen, nothing too huge, just like a refrigerator or a microwave and a counter, like really just the basics for them to make snacks and stuff, because being that it's a guest house, they're probably going to be eating their main meals with, you know, the family, but you know, they're going to want snacks and stuff. So and then there's a whole living area up there and a whole nother bedroom up there. So really it's like a whole nother house, but it's a guest house. So yeah, that is, but there are 2 extra bedrooms over there, and upstairs I believe I did maybe 2 bedrooms upstairs. I don't know. We'll have to see. I think there's 2 bedrooms. Or maybe we won't see. No, we won't see. We'll go straight into the screenshots. Sorry. But you'll see in the screenshots what I did upstairs. There is a workout area, like a workout room, an exercise room, and there is another bedroom, and there is like a bar slash, you know, entertainment area, and then the upstairs porch which is just like, you know, plants and gardening area and stuff like that. So I really hope you guys like this video. Check out the screenshots. You know, don't forget to like and subscribe. Give me your comments, give me your feedback, tell me what you like about the house, what you don't, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, you guys. All right, have a great day. Bye.